Hello and good evening. Happy Wednesday. We'll just give it a minute until we see eyeballs. We're going to have a fun night tonight. Well, good evening. Matt's just muting his... There we go. I'm centering up, making sure we can see everything good. Hello, Margaret. Hello, everyone who's tuning in. Happy Wednesday. Was today not an absolutely beautiful day? Sun was shining. It felt nice and warm. Hello, my friend Darlene. Yes, it's been a whole, 3-4 hours since I saw you. Welcome, everyone else. Tonight, we've got some fun stuff to show you. Our main section for tonight is not too extensive. It's kind of been a quiet week for new stuff, but that doesn't mean there isn't more coming. We've got a few shipping notices this week, and so we do have more stuff coming in, as we always do. But in the theme of our Organize It month, I'm going to show you some organizing stuff that, and just explain a little bit, tease you a little bit, share a little bit of information. And then there will be more information and more ideas and more ways to use these things I'm going to show you throughout the month. So without further ado, excuse me, as I cough a little bit, my apologies, let us jump right in. So the very first thing I'm going to show you is something from Pink Fresh Studios. Now this was part of, I believe, the March release, and the Pink Fresh releases tend to be right at the end of the month. But for a variety of reasons, it got separated from the main order and delayed. So I am thrilled to at last show you the sunflower line from Pink Fresh Studios. There is the beautiful stamp set. And here I'll flip it over so you can see it a little bit more in detail. This beautiful, beautiful stamp set. And I like this treatment of the wreath that that Pink Fresh normally does. Sorry, my brain was getting ahead of my mouth. I like this kind of C shape. It gives it a little bit of a different spin and lots of beautiful sunflowers. Now, the main reason why this was delayed was because Pink Fresh offered this series early, direct to their consumers, as a fundraiser for efforts in the Ukraine. So that means she sold out of a lot of stuff and had to get it back in to ship to us. But thrilled that it is finally absolutely here. And again, really beautiful. This here is the washi tape. That beautiful 4-inch washi tape. There is a gold foil on it. And then for to complete the series, we've got that stamp set. We have the coordinating die which works with all three pieces, the stamp, the stencil, and that washi tape. And then there is the layering stencil as well. This one is a 6-piece layering stencil. So really, really happy that this has finally come in. Sunflowers are my mom's favorite flower. So I may just have to keep one of these at home so that I can make a card for her birthday this summer. So that is new in from Pink Fresh. Pink Fresh also did release a new line, I believe, the end of last week. I know, again, usually the end of the month. We are a little behind in ordering that, but if there were things from that you saw that you would like, please let me know. I'm happy to bring those in. All right, we're moving from Pink Fresh, which is one of our favorite brands, to another favorite brand, and that is Elizabeth Crafts. So we have a new stencil set here, and look, sunflowers look like they are a bit of a trend right now, and I know that they are the flower of Ukraine, so I'm not all that surprised to see them. But this is a beautiful floral stencil set from Elizabeth Craft, and you get all 4 stencils, and you can see they are about, looks like they're a good 4 1/4, 4 1/2 wide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tall. So they would be beautiful on a slimline, or you could measure it in half and do it for regular cards, or use it in your traveler's notebooks, all of that good stuff. So that is the new floral stencil. We have happily finally restocked on the soft finish cardstock, which I know many of you use in your Elizabeth Crafts planners and mini albums. It's kind of neat. I don't know if it's going to translate on camera, but there is a very, very, very slight texture on the front side of this paper, which makes it really beautiful if you're doing some different techniques. You can use this with inks, markers, ink blending, watercolor, all of that good stuff. And this has been out of stock for quite some time, so I'm really happy to have this back in.
It's now a 25 pack, not a 10 pack.
Oh, and Matt is calling out, and I thought it felt thicker. That is now a 25 pack, not a 10 pack. So you get a lot more of this favorite paper than in the 10 pack. And then last but not least, and we did get this in, and it went out the door by the time we blinked, pretty much the same day, the new Blue Jean Planner, A5 planner from Elizabeth Crafts. So Elsa's planners are all ring binder. They match with her Planner Essentials dies. This is the A5 size. So this is the largest size that she offers. The Sidekick dies and the Art Journal dies do not fit in here as full pages. But as Darlene will happily tell you, you could use those for flaps. You can use them for half pages. There's lots of ways. You just might have to repunch some of the holes. You can absolutely use all of her dies together, just not through those binder rings. So if you have not gotten one of these already, go to the website quick. If you have, if you were on the special order list, I believe you have already been notified. We also had some additional special orders brought in for various people. If that is you, don't worry, you are on the list to email tomorrow. Matt finished receiving this just minutes before we left the store today, so you will be contacted tomorrow about your special orders. So that's from Elizabeth Crafts. Into my bucket. All right. Next up is paper. Paper. I'm going to try and stay off camera because I want to save this one. There we go. So, before we get into the super pretty one, we've got something that a lot of people have been asking for, and that is fresh new school paper. So with this line from Echo Park, we did only bring in the collection pack, the coordinating solids, and the 6x6 pad. But if you have previous lines from Echo Park, the colors are all still going to coordinate really nicely, so you can always mix and match embellishments, mix and match enamel dots. And you know what, we were looking at it today, and this actually matches some of the Simple Stories lines as well. Maybe not a perfect match, but lots of bright primary colors, great icons. I love the little backpacks here on this one and the little school buses. And you know what? I know we're heading into graduation season, and there's really, really not a lot of graduation paper out there. But in this pack, there's 1, 2, 3 different patterns with stars. You could use crayons, even if it's a high school graduate, because you know what? They had to start somewhere. Some really great things that you could use for graduation if you were in a pinch. So that is the first day of school line from Echo Park. And then, I mean, this one looked pretty on screen, and it's going to look pretty on your screen, but wait, oh wait, until you see it in person. I am thrilled to bring you the brand new Flora number 5 from Echo Park. Actually, it's Cartabella, sister companies, but the Cartabella always has that thicker, beautiful textured paper. Flora number 5, obviously is number 5 in a series. We've had the previous Floras in the store, and they've been quite popular. Great for spring, great for Mother's Day, which is coming up on Sunday, great for gardening. And so we're just going to take a really quick flip through. We do have single sheets. We do have collections. We do have the solids pack. And I mean, look at that rich burgundy. It's absolutely gorgeous. We have the 6x6 pad for all our tiny print people. And we do have both the frames and tags and the ephemera. I'll show you the other side. So pretty. It's so pretty. I mean, the colors here really are stunning. So there's lots of these orangey corals and deep reds. Look at those colors. We've got our 3x4 cut aparts. More for the sunflower theme. This is one of my favorites. Just so rich and pretty with a soft background. So if you were mixing those two pieces together, just flip over the one side and you can got a coordinating elements right there. This one on the black background is stunning with a little petite polka dot on the back. Watercolor look. They look like they've been painted without all of the muss and fuss. And a nice green background. Some more cut aparts. These ones look like they're mostly, well, they're a mix of horizontal and vertical. Did we not have 3x4 already? Yeah, two different ones. So lots of great ideas if you're going to use these for card making or even just little journaling cards on your layouts. Look at the pretty little lily of the valley. I've started to see some of mine in my garden start to sprout. So these are really pretty for springtime. Look at this guy. I can hear you all saying it. It's so pretty. The yellow just helps to set it off, this beautiful little watercolor collage. This is a fairly common pattern in a lot of the Cartabella papers, but just gives that burst of color. Then here we go with some pretty pinks. And a little pink kind of cross-stitch background. Oh, look, a third 3x4 card. And you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I am recalling last year's Flora number 4. And if I recall, I'm going to go back through the names. We've got kind of like 3 mini lines in one. So that whole first series, the first 4 papers were the warm florals. So there's warm large and so on and so forth. Then the second series was happy. So happy large floral. And then this last series is the cool. So if you really want to coordinate but just pick and choose a few, choose all the cool series or all the happy series. And that is why there is a 3x4 card times 3. And then another, these little daisies are super cute. Another plaid. And look at that. Look at those purples. But I love how the orange is offsetting the purple and really bringing it to life. And of course, in the collection pack, there is also the sticker sheet. We did not bring the sticker sheet in individually. So if you like the sticker sheet, then go grab the collection pack. Okay, that is it for paper and stamps. And all those goodies. And now, if you happen to have caught Darlene's Learning Live last night, you will, and if you saw in the newsletter last week, you will know that we are kicking off May with an Organize It month. We are planning some organizational tips. Our Learning Lives are going to be storage and organizing focused. We're going to show you some of our favorite things that we use in our craft room or maybe aspire to use. I know I'm going through a major craft room overhaul, and so getting in some of these things and getting in some of these samples is already helping me start to plan my space, and I hope it's going to help you get organized and plan your space as well. So the question is where to start. I'm going to start right here. So what I am going to be showing you fairly quickly tonight, because Matt says the puck drops at 7:35.
Leaf game though.
We have a timeline. He wants to go watch the Leaf game, and if I want his support answering your questions, then we got to skedaddle. but that's okay. It looks like we got about 20 minutes and we should be good. I will also let you know that many of these items I'm going to be showing you will be featured in various learning lives throughout this month. So I'm going to just go over top line stuff today. We're going to provide all kinds of support materials as well. And if you read last week's newsletter, I alluded to the fact that there might be some deals. Excuse me. So right now, with most of our Totally Tiffany items, and I would say 90% of what I'm going to show you tonight, these are going on pre-sale. We only brought in 1 or 2 of each one to have a sample to be able to show you, to play with, to organize. We will order them in for you. So you just have to go to the website and purchase them. They will get on our pre-order list, and we will place a couple of orders for these items throughout the month and get them to you as fast as possible. And as an extra bonus for this month only, these items are 10% off. We were able to negotiate an extra discount on these items, and we are passing those savings on to you. All right. I'm not seeing questions, but Matt's seeing a few. Anyways, if you have a question and I miss it, don't worry. I will come back to them, and Matt is manning the keyboard. So let me start off by talking to you about paper takers. Actually, maybe I should rewind a little bit. Totally Tiffany is a fabulous company that has a huge selection of organization and storage stuff. They have things for paper, they have things for your stamps and your dies and all of that good stuff. And I'm going to take you through some of the really top line items tonight. They are top-notch quality. And they are mostly out of this clear vinyl with the black reinforcement. And many of them have an insert that go inside to keep it sturdy, to keep it organized, and to keep everything from collapsing in on each other. Some of the lines also have what I'm calling a cheat sheet. They are these little product information sheets, and I'll talk to them as we get a little bit further into this presentation. We're going to try and figure out how to upload these to the website so that you can go and download these things yourself and take a look at all of them. So right now we are talking about the paper takers. One thing I like best about Totally Tiffany is that when she says the size of something, that does not necessarily mean the size of the item. It means the size of the item that it holds. So for example, this is an 8.5 by 11 paper taker. That means it holds things that are 8.5 by 11. So whether that's your coloring paper, your watercolor paper, maybe it's those 8.5 by 11 lawn fawn magnets that Darlene showed you last night. Even A4 will fit in here as well. Even though this one says 8.5 by 11, we have tested it in the A4 paper. So from Sizzix, for example. Oh, Matt's got an example here for me. Here's my lawn fawn magnet. It's got this great Velcro, and we are going to slide this in, and you can see how it holds it all nicely. This hard vinyl or hard plastic liner shell really helps it keep its strength and its shape. So the paper takers come in the 8.5 by 11, comes in the 5 by 7. So the 5 by 7 is great for smaller pads. Your 6 by 6, well, we got a 6 by 6 one as well. I put some of my smaller lawn fawn items in here, the smaller magnets, and lots of other great stuff. And as we go into more detailed presentations, you'll learn more about these. 12 by 12, that means it holds 12 by 12 paper. That does not mean that it is 12 by 12 side to side. Now the extra bonus is Tiffany knows that we all are using the IKEA cubes, the Home Depot cubes, all of those cube units that we all have in our craft rooms or in our storage areas. Most of these will fit inside those cube units. Paper takers for sure. Margaret is saying she has the 8 by 8 paper one. I don't have a sample here for that, but yes, the 8 by 8 is fantastic. And there is also a 6x6 paper taker. That one's just been out of stock for a little while, so we weren't able to get that one back in just yet. The nice thing about the 6x6 is if you do have the Kaisercraft 6.5 by 6.5 inch pads, they're a little bit bigger. Those will also fit in that 6x6 paper taker. So if you need paper organization, these also hold all kinds of other stuff. Actually, those aren't the right things I want to show you, but I know we were trying the tri-blend markers in the 5x7, and I feel like, oh, I know what else fits in here. I should have brought that one home. Your foil rolls. Let me just go grab that. Oh, Matt's gonna grab it. If you are into the hot foiling, then the hot foil rolls, I believe you can get 6 or 8, maybe not 8, because if this is only 7. So you can get 6 hot foil rolls in this 5x7 paper taker, which is perfect. Don't worry about it, Matt. I'll show you that more when we get into more detail on these guys. All right. Oh. So if you've got your 5x7, your foil rolls are going to fit in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe only 5 across, but great way to store your hot foil rolls. Okay. Next thing I'm going to quickly show you, and again, there are multiple sizes. This one does have a cheat sheet. These are the Fab Files. So as they crash, this is the A4 or 8.5 by 11. So if you want something that's even a little bit more sturdy for your 8.5 by 11, or there is also, where'd my cheat sheet go? So there's 4x6, 5x7, 6x6, 8x8, 12x12. There's an album case Fab File, which... Anyways, like I said, we're going to try and upload these, or you can ask me to email them for you. There's all kinds of great sizes in this Fab File. Let's talk about the Fab File.
Not everything is online though. I've only put some stuff online.
Okay. So let me explain that. I'm not sure if you heard Matt. So far in our pre-sale area on the website, we only have some of these items up there. But if you're looking at this cheat sheet and you see another size that you like that we don't have there, let us know. We'll get it added for you. That's one of the bonuses of the pre-sale, is that we can add things, we can get things in for you that maybe we didn't think anybody was interested in. So we will take care of all of that for you. The other thing I am going to caution you is that even though some of these are really great sizes, once they're all made up, they come flat, and some of them are in large, oversized packages. And so there may be some shipping challenges with that, but we will have those conversations with you individually. Okay, Fab File. A little bit sturdier plastic. There is no vinyl case for it. There is a small handle here, but be careful of the weight, because I don't know how strong that would be from a weight standpoint if you are traveling with them. They can stand this way, or they can lie flat this way. There is a little label pocket, and then it just unlatches carefully. And inside are dividers. And they're not just dividers, they're divider pockets. So this would be ideal if you were trying to store, say, your 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 11 paper, sort it by colors, put your scraps in the pocket, and then you get to keep it all together. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets right inside. I do believe, don't quote me on this, but I do believe you can get the dividers as well, but I don't see that on my cheat sheet, so I will have to look into that in case you wanted a few more dividers for your file. So if we look at our cheat sheet here, we're going to look at our 8.5 by 11. This is great for large stencils. Let me see if I can bring it close enough. Large stencils, cardstock, mementos, and documents. If you go up to, say, the 5x7, it's great for photos, cards, and embossing folders. So there's so many different ways that you can use all of these different combinations. And so start thinking about all those things that you need to store. That is the Fab File. One of my favorite things I've discovered from Totally Tiffany is the Slide, Stash, and Store. Now we brought in the, what I'm calling the complete collection, which this is one of each size. There are 6 sizes in total. Now I brought home this one here. So this one is size number 1, this little baby guy right here. But look how nice and long they are. So they hold lots of good stuff. And the idea is that they sit on your shelf in the various sizes, and that way you can just pull out. What Tiffany said when I took a little class with her is that she wants you to use all the space. So that's not only your horizontal space, but your vertical space, and get you using stuff as much as possible. So this will just keep it nice and narrow, but organized. Size number 1 is, we don't have it on here, but let me flip over. So size number 1 is 1 1/4 inches wide. Then number 2 is 1 3/4. Then it goes up to 2 inches, 2 1/2, 3 inches, and 4 1/2. The other one I brought home, and we do have almost all of these sizes in the store if you want to check them out. This is number 5, so this is the one that is 3 inches wide. This is perfect for your 12 by 12 paper. There is also a slightly larger one this way, but the height is the same. So really great for storing that 12 by 12 paper. And I have something else to show you a little bit later on that will also fit in here. So really great just for keeping things together without kind of flopping and falling all over the place. So we can get this as the complete set like this, or if there is just 1 or 2 sizes that you want, you can get these individually as well. I believe there are 3 in each pack. So you would get 3 of the small or 3 of the number 4, whichever size you choose. There is a cheat sheet for that as well. So this little baby guy is good for glitter tape, embellishment paste, resin glue, glitter glue, large re-inkers. They've got the little blending foam tools in there. The largest one, we'll go up to the largest ones, yarn, machineries. These are also good for your punch boards and your cutting boards. I'm pretty sure I saw that on here earlier, but now I can't find it. Anyways, you will find that all in when we get these uploaded for you. That is the Slide, Stash, and Store. Moving right along. I'm going to bring a whole pile of stuff over because there's lots. These are called buddy bags. They are great for traveling. They are great for storage. And in many cases, you can store them either horizontally or vertically. And I know some of the girls are going to be using these in their learning lives, so you'll see a lot more of these throughout this month. But as you can see, there's lots of options, lots and lots of options. Tiffany has named each of these bags after some of her super fans and supporters over the years, so that's why they all have ladies' names. We need to get a Sherry on here, but there's lots. Oh, Matt's saying, what about guys' names? Maybe she has to do a guy line. But a lot of these are very similar in terms of their construction. It really just comes down to the size and the configuration. So let's take a look at Barbara here. And I know we have some Barbaras in our audience. Hello, all you Barbaras. So again, we've got this clear, sturdy vinyl, wipes clean really easily with a damp cloth. Little handle here for the side. So if you are traveling, or she does have some much larger totes that you can put them in when you're traveling. And this way you can just pull it out of the bag super easy. Velcro, and nice wide Velcro. So if you get something in here that's maybe a little bit taller, you can just do a partial close and it's still gonna hold really nicely. In the Barbara bag here, we've got 2 inserts I'm not going to pull them out because I'm just going to fight with them, but they're nice square inserts in here. Now, if you feel like you need a little bit more room, you can take those inserts out. Let's look over here at the Barber bag. So it's good for close to my heart inks, large flat punches, markers, and sprays, or anything else that's going to fit that is a similar size or shape.
On the back, on those that might be easier to see.
Yeah, so here, for example, let me try and zoom in right there. So there's that Barber bag. So you've got some glues, you've got sprays, you've got inks in there. The Terry bag is good for markers. We just got this one in today, the Shelly bag. Look at it holding all that washi tape. Or maybe you're going to use it. I know we brought this in because Darlene and Marcy were looking for some way to store their embossing powders. So we're going to try all these out. We'll take lots of pictures and make sure we show you all the things that we are using it for. That's the Barber bag. That's the Shelly bag. The Edna bag is quite popular. This fits your distress pads and your distress oxide pads. So those nice square ones fit beautifully in here. We have Brandy for your nice tall stuff. I'm not even getting it on camera very well. But as you saw from that cheat sheet, tons and tons of options. And use this ideal 4 column to help you figure out what you want to use. So those are the buddy bags. And I think the buddy bags are kind of at the heart of what Totally Tiffany offers. Lots of great options. I've got 2 more things to show you, and then I think we will wrap it up just in time for puck drop. Let me just get all of this stuff out of the way. So the next thing I'm going to show you, for those of you who like to plan your projects and do make your own kits, so to speak. It's got very noisy plastic. I want to show you the Scrap Master. Now, way back in the day, I have had some different types of pockets and organizers in my history, and I like to be able to pull my cardstock, my pattern paper, my ephemera, my stickers, my photos, little notes to myself, and keep them all in one place. And I will show this again. We've got our National Scrapbooking Day crop coming up on the weekend, and I'm going to put all the stuff in here for the class that I'm teaching. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these Scrap Master. I'm going to call them pockets, but there really are so much more than pockets. You get 5 in a pack. Each one has a tab, so that way you can put them. Remember, I told you I'd share with you right in here and keep them all organized by your tab. This was the number 5 slide stash and store. And then when you open it up, there are pockets galore. So we've got this pocket here, which is about a 5 by 7. We've got a smaller one here that is 4 by 6. And then you've got this nice long one across the bottom. So put your photos in here, put your journaling cards in here, or even your smaller photos. Put your slimline stencils in here, or your sticker sheets, or your thickers. All of them open up, and they do have a nice gusset in there. So as you fill this guy up, it's really going to hold. Let me just, I won't worry about getting it closed. Over on this side, not only do you have a full-size pocket at the top, like so, you have this little slash pocket as well. So fantastic how you can put your cardstock in, your pattern paper. Maybe you've just got some 8.5 by 11 that you're going to put in this front pocket. Darlene is commenting on the closures. Yes, it's so nice that these fold closed. I think I need to take little inserts out of here, so I won't worry about it now, but they fold closed and stay closed. Let's see, does this side have a, no, this is no pocket on this, no big pocket on this side, just on this side. Now, what happens if you've got your great big Vicky Booten 12 by 12 paper pad and you don't want to jam it in the pocket? There is enough of a gusset here in the middle that you can put a full paper pad in the middle and then fold it closed around it. You're keeping all your project together. Let me see what it says. So here they've just got different size scraps and things, your pattern paper. Here they've shown you putting the 12 by 12 paper in the center. and it does fit beautifully in these slide, stash, and stores.
Don't say that 3 times fast.
I don't think I could say this 3 times fast. So 5 in the package and your little tabs for organizing. I'm so in love with these. It's something that I have been looking for a long time and cannot wait to fill those up. All right, and last but not least, the other product line that I am super excited about are their drawer systems. Now, I'm not sure that they have an actual name other than storage and supply cases. So we have a variety of options. We have one of these bags that have 8 little skinny drawers. And the idea or the concept is that you put your stuff in here. It's kind of like those paper takers and the slide stash and store together into one unit. So you can open this up. See how tough that Velcro is? And say I want the little ink cube that's right back here. Well, I can just pull out that drawer. I don't have to take everything out. I don't have to fight with it. And then it slides back in. So this is the 8 drawer storage and supply. There is a 2 drawer. There is a 4 drawer, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is a 6 drawer. Extra bonuses. They all fit in your cubes. I've tried it. I'm going to do a much more full demonstration of these guys in particular, and I will show you how they fit in my cube unit so you know that they actually do fit. The 8 drawer one is a little bit thinner compared to the other ones, but they all have the same footprint. So their length and their width are all exactly the same. So once again, they can stack and store in your cubes, no problem. Depending on what you put in here, you could also store them upright if you wished. Now, because they all have the same footprint, you can also mix and match. So maybe you have this one and you have this one. So the 2 drawer and the 6 drawer. I can take one of the large drawers out of here and replace it with 3 of the smaller drawers over here. So maybe one carrying case is for your heat gun, your embossing ink, your powder tool, and then over here you have all your embossing powder. Or maybe you've got your brayer and your paint brushes, and over here with the smaller drawers you have your pastes, keeping it all organized. So the combinations and permutations are absolutely limitless. And I just love how they all stack and all create this beautiful organized system. And when we get back to going to crops on a regular basis and going to in-person classes and everything else, you just grab and go. Have one of these as your to-go bag, which has your scissors and your tape runners and all that good stuff in there. So on that note, that is the storage and supply cases with drawers. This one is perfect for your Distress mini inks, your Pink Fresh mini inks. You can have your whole spectrum laid out without having to carry around, 3 or 4 of those little tins. I love the tins, don't get me wrong, but the fact that I could put them all in one case makes it so much easier for me to store. Or put your cubes in some and some of your blending brushes in some. All kinds of ways that you can mix and match. And on that note, I think I am going to stop with the Totally Tiffany stuff. It's awesome. Go check out what we've got on our website for pre-sale. We're going to figure out how to get those cheat sheets all loaded up for you, or at minimum find a way that we can email them to you if you wish them. You can also go to the Totally Tiffany website, which is simply totally-tiffany.com. She's got some great videos there. She's got some organization tips. And if you see something you like there, let us know. We are ordering these from our distributor, so we may not be able to get every single thing that she offers, but we will certainly do our darndest to try. So go and check out Totally Tiffany and watch for lots more videos coming from us on organization through the rest of the month. Now, for the last 25 minutes, I've been talking about Totally Tiffany. We also are doing pre-sales on art bin items. So art bin is a whole other set of things, and maybe I'll show some of those things off next week. I know Chris is going to be featuring them in her Learning Live, and we are adding more items to that list as well. Oh, Matt says he's out. The puck is dropping. He's got to go. I am going to wrap up. So if anyone else wants to go watch the game, they absolutely can. But before you leave, I have one last announcement. Did you know that this Saturday is National Scrapbooking Day? I bet you did. And we always like to make a real bang to celebrate National Scrapbooking Day. We do have a virtual crop happening. We are so excited about that. We've got a whole bunch of really fun stuff planned, and I know Tiffany's already working on engaging our crop participants, and we're having lots of fun already. But I want you to watch this space right here at 8 o'clock-ish Saturday morning, maybe before if we get our scheduling and our act together. Also watch your inbox. Watch your inbox and you will get all the details on our National Scrapbooking Day special offers. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a good weekend, and we are going to be working our little heinies off next week, getting all those orders picked and packed for you. But make sure you save a little bit of your crafting budget for this weekend, and we will see you in store and online. The sale will be both Saturday and Sunday, and it's going to be great. So on that wonderful note, go Leafs go. Have a wonderful Wednesday evening. The light is still shining, so if you want to go and do some last minute, weed picking or go for a walk, have a wonderful night. And make sure you watch for our newsletter tomorrow. Some of these details will be recapped for you, and we will give you all the news. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Signing off. Go Leafs, go!